Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful Martinsville, Virginia. The paperclip plays home to race number 32 on the season and chase race number 6, just past the halfway point of this race for the championship. And it is definitely going to be a wild one today here at Martinsville. 50 laps around this racetrack. Logan Ryan starts on the pole. Logan Ryan is a chaser, but he finds himself 11th in points. 24 points out of the points lead. Big hole for him to climb out of. Maybe it could start today here at Martinsville. Logan Ryan on the pole, like we mentioned. Tim Waltz, Brian James, Cody Lamas, Daniel Culp, Aaron Williams, and John Stewart. John Stewart, another chaser there. Jake Smith, Eric Gatos, the points leader, starts 9th. He continues his solid run in the points. And I'm telling you, he's going to be a threat for this championship. And Mammon Elias, Connor Breton starts 10th, and Mammon Elias starts 11th. He's the winner from Darlington. TJ Moore, Barney Ward, Joe Cole, 15th, chaser as well. Dylan Petit, Trey Campbell, Ryan Daniels, Dax, and Ray DSM, the top 20. We look on through the rest of the field.
Drivers, start your engines.
We got a few chasers who have their work cut out for them, such as John Dillon, who starts 41st. The good news for John Doe, Joe Cole started 41st at Darlington. He went on to finish inside the top 10 last race. We'll see if John Dillon can make a repeat performance out of that. As we get ready for the green flag here at Martinsville, Virginia, Logan Ryan brings him down. Here we go, 50 laps around the paperclip. In the turn 1 they go sideways. Logan Ryan pulls ahead with the lead. Tim Waltz comes out the corner. Might have maybe slight contact with the wall as Logan hangs on to the lead. We look at the back of the pack. John Dillon looking to pass some cars early on. 3 wide right here with Charles Jackson, Samuel Mills, and Dollarton. And Charles slid up into the wall there. More 3 and 2 wide racing as you move on up through the field. And check out all the racing. Trey Campbell dive bombing the 42 machine there. You continue up ahead through the field and into the top 10. Eric Gatos on the move up to 7th here. Cody Lamas, John Stewart inside the top 5 early on, and Logan Ryan leading them all. There's John Dillon. Looks like he's settled into dead last here. Looks like he's just gonna pass. If he wants to get up there, he's gonna have to pass a lot of cars. James Qualls comes in here 2nd in points. There he is. He starts way at the back of the field, and he is trying to get by some cars here early on. And he gets underneath Brian Acosta there and completes the pass. So early on, you see a lot of really good chasers having to start towards the back. We got a crash, and it involves Ryan Daniels, the chaser. And more crash up ahead. Oh, big pile up. Tim Figgle, a chaser. Marshall Rich, and a few others. And James Qualls was able to get stopped somehow, and here comes the leader, Logan Ryan. And looks like there, that's 2 weeks, 2 races in a row, where James Qualls finds himself in a situation where they wreck right in front of him, and he has to check up, and somehow he makes it through. Last week at Darlington, or last race at Darlington, I keep saying week. And now again it happens here at Martinsville. Jeffrey Finguy on pit road. Caution is out for the first time at Martinsville. I know it all started with Ryan Daniels, but after that, it looks like another wreck broke out. See if we can find Ryan Daniels in the 6th. There's Wes Riddle, Johnny Gardner with damage. He's a chaser. There's Ryan. He doesn't seem to have that much damage. Let's take a look at what happened to bring us out under caution for the first time at Martinsville. It looks like it was simply just overdriving the corner. Ryan Daniels gets into this corner, just overdrives it, and takes out Dylan Petit. Here it is, where he was running 26 or so, and he just overdrove that corner. Gets into him there, and then gets into the 56. Then up ahead, then this broke out up ahead. This was huge. I want to see where the contact began here to trigger this mess. This was up ahead. This was almost inside the top 10. This happened to the 14th place car here, Marshall Rich. Let's see. Oh, right there's contact with Dax. And yeah, Dax just turned Marshall Rich around. Blocks the whole track. Tim Figgle had nowhere to go. and just hard into Matthew Rodriguez. Look at Matthew's car up in the air, airborne, gets into the 64. Johnny Gardner got a piece of it. Samuel Mills, Wes Riddle, John Dillon got a piece, might have gotten a piece of it. John Dillon, give a call to him in the 4 machine. John Dillon was 40th before this crash ever took place. Then because of the crash, here he is, he gets turned. A few other cars get turned. So because of this crash and so many cars having to come to pit road, John Dillon is now going to restart 27th, I believe. Because of, or 29th, there you go. Because of the crash. So he has made up about half of this field in 6 laps or so, thanks to this crash that actually he was involved in. So a big break in more than one way for John Dillon there. You see the cars on pit road. The chasers involved include Tim Figgle. Just Tim Figgle's having a very, very rough chase. He was 8th in points coming in, 17 points out of it, and now he's definitely gonna be out of contention for sure. Dougie Shears there on pit road. Looks like he got damage from all of this. Logan Ryan, though, he's nice and clean up front. He's your leader. We'll be right back with the restart. Alright, restart gonna take place here on lap 11 of 50. You got 2 cars to the inside of leader Logan Ryan. Dougie Shears and Jake Cole in the 00. They are a lap down as we get set for the restart here at Martinsville. Green flag, we're back underway. It looks like the lap cars quickly descend towards the back of the pack, and about the top 3 or 4 cars are able to get by the lap cars. And looks like we complete lap 1 here without issue. Brian James right on the back bumper of Logan Ryan, now peeking his inside. Caution is out right when Brian James was making a move for the lead. And apparently this caution involves the 33 of Chris Dollerton, Randy Carpenter, and maybe a few others. So caution is once again out here at Martinsville. Brian James was making a very hard charge on Logan Ryan for this lead. So good thing the caution came out, because Logan Ryan was about to lose the lead. Alright, let's take a look at what happened to bring us out under caution for the 2nd time today here at Martinsville. We're not at Darlington anymore. Martinsville, sorry about that. Looks like James McLeod on pit road of damage. He might have been involved. Let's take a look at it. And indeed, James McLeod was involved in this accident. Right in front of him, chase contenders are going to make contact, and those 2 chase contenders are Chris Dollerton and Barden. They're going to make contact right there. Around goes Dollerton. McLeod with nowhere to go gets into the 33, and the 36 gets into him as well. 36 of Wes Riddle, who already has damage. Hard gets into him. Ryan Acosta with the nice save. He got a piece of it though, but he made a very, very nice recovery and keeps it going. So that's all that took place there. And these 2 cars here, Randy Carpenter and TJ Moore, they were just on pit road completing pit stops, it looks like, and they got caught on pit road while the caution was out, so they might have gone down a lap. I'm not quite sure, but we'll see right now. We'll be right back with the restart. Logan Ryan still leading here at Martinsville. We're 12 laps into it. Alright, here we go. The restart's going to take place this time by lap 17 of 40. Looks like Dougie Shears and Jake Cole once again are going to line up to the inside of the leaders. They are a lap down. Logan Ryan is the leader. Brian James, Tim Walsh, John Stewart, Daniel Culp, Eric Gatos, Cody Lamas, Joe Cole, Trey Campbell, Mom and Elias, the top 10. And let's quickly shift through the rest of the field, kind of show you where everybody will be restarting. There's James Qualls, 26th position. Remember, he was started deep in the field. He's worked his way up there now. 35 cars still on track. Green flag. We're back underway. Into turn 1, looks like again about the top 3 or 2 cars are able to clear the lap traffic. And oh, contact! And they save it. John Stewart got together with Tim Walsh and the lap car, I believe, of the double zero. They all got together and about wrecked each other, and caution is again out here at Martinsville. This time I don't know who it involved. Come on, can we get at least a lap of green flag action in? Come on. Come on, guys. Get it together. Logan Ryan, Brian James, and now John Stewart has worked his way up to third. As it looks like he was able to get by Tim Walsh in that one lap of green flag action that we had. Let's quickly take a look at what brought us out under caution again here at Martinsville. We're about 19 laps through, 20 laps through this race here at Martinsville. Still a long way to go. Let's take a look at what brought us out under caution for the third time. Guys, over driving the corner is what caused this caution. Cody Lamas was up to 7th. Here he is. He's going to try to dive bomb our points leader, Eric Gatos, and it's not going to work. He gets loose, spins it out, hits the wall. Then behind him, a bunch of other guys hit the wall as well. Barney Ward slides up into the wall. Johnny Gardner up into the wall. Barden, the chaser, gets up into the wall. And that was the reason for the caution. A bunch of guys just overdrove turn 1. I don't know if maybe there was oil on the racetrack or what, but just a bunch of them just overdrove turn 1. And that is the reason we are under caution for the third time. Logan Ryan, the leader. Let's get back quickly to the restart, and hopefully we'll have a nice green flag run here at Martinsville. Restart, lap 23 of 50. About halfway home here. Halfway mark is lap 25. We're about to hit it here within the next 2-3 laps. Logan Ryan, the leader. Brian James, John Stewart. Not much has changed in the top 5 or 10, because we've only really had a lap or 2 of green flag action since that first crash. It's just been a caution fest here at Martinsville ever since that first crash. So here we go. Back to the restart. Logan Ryan brings him down. Brian James, here we go. John Stewart up to third. Looks like he's not able to clear Dougie Shears, the lap car, so he's gonna have to battle him now. And Brian James overdrove turn 3, and now he's lost control of his car and he's crashed, and caution is out. Wow, Brian James running second, overdrove, and now, Logan Ryan, the leader, has crashed. Did he overdrive the corner? Oh my, there he is. Not the double zero, the zero. Heavy damage. And now smoke coming out of that car. He's all done. He's coming, yeah, he has to bring it to the garage. Unbelievable. To say the least here at Martinsville, what has just taken place. The guy who has just dominated the first half of this race has just wrecked himself, I believe. Wow. Well, let's go ahead and look and see what happened. We know Brian James, who's running second, overdrove the corner in turn 4 or turn 3. And looks like, these two are arguing over space, the 81 and 6. And, now the 81 is just suicide. I don't know what the hell that was about. He just pile-drived himself right into that water barrier and wrecked himself out of this race. Dumb move there by Cody Lamas. Alright, let's take a look at it. A lot of things happened on this restart, and your new leader is going to be John Stewart. Alright, Brian James, I think he was focused on trying to get by Logan Ryan, so he's right on his back bumper entering turn 3. And right here, just, I don't know if he got in oil or what, because the way that car just gets loose, he might have gotten in some oil. There he is. He spins it out and slams the barrier. In fact, the caution was already out. So I believe the caution was already out. Oh, yeah, back straightaway. Mayhem breaking out, it seems like. Barden, a big stack up on the restart, it seems like, towards the back end of the field, including James Qualls, who is, looks like it was Barney Ward, the first one to go around. Yep, him and Cody Lamas, maybe that's why they were fighting. Or Cody was fighting with Ryan Daniels. There's the contact. Around goes Barney and Ryan. That's the damage Ryan got right there. Believe that's what he's mad about at Cody. And the 45 just spins. There's nowhere to go for the 21, the 33, the 17, 98. They're all checking up. And again, there's nowhere to go. So that's why the caution was out. Then while the caution was flying, your second place driver overdrives turn 3. Then the leader, Logan Ryan. Oh, I thought he overdrove it. He just got into the back of Johnny Gardner. Wow, Johnny Gardner, the lap car, just wrecked your leader, Logan Ryan. And those two are chase contenders. And no doubt about it, they're going to be very, very mad at each other. Johnny Gardner, 9th in points. Logan Ryan, 11th in points. And now he has crashed and has to retire out of this race because of that crash. Unbelievable what is taking place here in the last lap around this Martinsville Speedway. Your new leader is John Stewart, if we can find him here. And this whole mess of cars. Alright, there he is. He's going to be the new leader. Well, let's get to the restart. And folks, we're only halfway through this race. Lots of action still left here at Martinsville. And I just noticed the damage on the man who's 3rd in points. Jeremy Barton, 3rd in points coming into this race. Just 5 little points out of first place Eric Gatos. Apparently he crashed under caution. Let's see. He got heavy damage. I don't know from what or who. Oh! TJ Moore had gotten turned by James McLeod. And Barton had nowhere to go. And that right there might have just killed his chances at a championship. That sucks. That's a tough break right there. No doubt about it. Now let's get to the restart where your new leader, John Stewart, after Logan Ryan, a dominant car of the day, crashes. Woo! A lot of things happening here at the halfway point. Let's get to the restart. Alright, as we get set to go back under green here at Martinsville with about 22 laps to go, John Stewart, the new leader, after Logan Ryan crashed under caution. You see just about 1, 2, 3, 4 lap cars are going to line up to the inside of these leaders. Tim Walsh has damage. I just noticed that in the 8 machine. He restarts 2nd. Culp 3rd. Gatos, the points leader, restarts 5th. Connor Breton 5th. 4th, excuse me, for Eric Gatos. 5th for Connor Breton. 6th, Eric Burton. Mom Elias 7th. Trey Campbell 8th. Dax 9th. And Jake Smith 10th. Back underway. 3 wide right here. Oh boy, the lap car is really getting in the way. And John Stewart and Tim Walsh, they're going at it for the lead. Stewart able to hang on to it. Is the caution out? Nope, no caution. Got a few cars on pit road making pit stops, it seems like. And you got these two still going at it for the lead. John Stewart, Tim Walsh. Battling hard for the lead. You got a few cars coming out of pit road now. Could be interesting. Looks like they're going to move out of the way of the leaders. Oh, we got cars up on the wall behind them. Looks like they're all good. Nothing happens. Tim Walsh underneath John Stewart. This could be the lap where the pass happens. Stewart led that time by into turn 1. Tim Walsh sets him up to his inside, clears him, and now John Stewart back to 2nd. Tim Walsh, the new leader here at Martinsville. And new 3rd place driver, that'd be Eric Gatos, as he's racing 3 wide with Culp here and Barney Ward. And over to the wall is the points leader, hard. He's going to lose a few positions. Actually, more than a few. Probably about 2 or 3. And Trey Campbell. And caution's out now. Oh, and Racer DSM gets turned under caution, and he might have hit the leader, the points leader, Eric Gatos. So, looks like Acosta. Oh, man, Jake Smith, running inside the top 10, was having a solid day. It looks like he was involved in this caution flag that just flew. Tim Walsh, the new leader, here on lap 34 of 50. John Stewart, Andrew Lang's a lap down. Daniel Culp up to 3rd now. Trey Campbell 4th. Then back to 5th is Eric Gatos. 6th is Dax Labunde, despite the damage to that machine. Connor Breton 7th. Racer DSM 8th. Brian James has worked his way back up to 10th. Remember, he overdrove the corner while running 2nd and crashed hard. James Qualls up to 14th. He's looking for another solid day. Marshall Rich on pit road. Let's take a look at what brought us out in the caution for God knows which caution flag this is. I think it's like the 5th or 4th. I don't know. Let's just look at what happened. And here's Smith. I mean, he probably had the cleanest car out there. He was running solidly inside the top 20, top 12. And it looks like he might have made a mistake. He might have overdriven this corner right here. We've seen a lot of drivers do it. Oh no, it looks like it was Dougie Shears bouncing off the wall. He recoiled up into the 25. 25 spun out. There's Acosta. That's where he got the damage. And that's what brought out the caution. Then, under caution, more crashes and messes happen. Racer DSM gets turned right there by Barden under caution. Gets into the points leader. And everybody checks up. The 24 gets into the back, I believe the 43, and, you know, just a big old mess of guys getting in the back of each other. That sounded pretty wrong. But hey, whatever. Your leader is Tim Waltz. We're about maybe a little less than 20 laps to go here at Martinsville. Let's get to the restart. It should be a wild one. Tim Waltz and John Stewart are putting on quite the show for the lead. Let's get to the restart. Alright, here we go. Restart lap 38 of 50. You see just how many cars are a lap down. 1, 2, 3, maybe about 10 cars are a lap down. This should make for a very, very wild and crazy restart. Hang on to your hats, folks. It's gonna get crazy here at Martinsville. Green flag. Look how many cars are a lap down. About half the field is a lap down. John Stewart clears the lap traffic. Or not quite. Landing gets back underneath him. They're 3 wide, beating and banging. The lap car is with John Stewart. Stewart slips up. He's losing ground now. He's on the high side. Into the wall, and he turns Lanning. Is the caution out? No, it's not. Caution is not out. They are still green, and this pack is all bunched up, and now the caution's out. Nope, yeah, now it's out. Gatos, the leader, points leader, is involved in this crash. He was running inside the top 5, and now he was involved in this one. Tim Walsh, still the leader. And more guys spinning and crashing. Wow, it's getting crazy here. John Stewart lost a bunch of positions on that restart. He went from 2nd to 7th. Joe Cole up to 6th now. Charles Jackson 5th. Racer DSM 4th. Brian James now back up to 3rd after making a mistake and overdriving the corner. Connor White up to 2nd. How about that? But in front of him is maybe about 10 lap cars. Or maybe that's a little exaggeration. Maybe about 5 lap cars. And then it's Tim Waltz. So if he wants... And now we're inside 10 laps to go. So they're not going to restart side by side anymore. When you're inside 10 laps to go, there is no more side-by-side restarts, double file restarts with the lap cars to the inside. Meaning the lap cars are all going to line up behind Tim Walsh. Meaning between Connor White and the leader Tim Walsh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lap cars between him and the leader. That's going to make it very, very tough for him to get to him. Let's take a look at what happened to bring us out under caution again here in Martinsville. Well, first this happened. This didn't bring out a caution, but looks like John Stewart was frustrated with the lap cars. He was still running 2nd at this point. Looks like he was pretty frustrated with the lap cars. So he goes ahead and turns the 15 car around there. 15 car somehow saves it. Caution does not come out because of this. So we're still racing here. Going along. There go, what is this? 4 wide into this corner? That's not going to work. And there's the 09. He gets turned by the 42. 63, Eric Gatos, 24. They're all up into the wall. Caution is now out. And because of that, Eric Gatos, who was running 5th, is now going to restart 10th. So he lost 5 spots in that whole ordeal. And then right in front of him, again, under caution, Marshall Rich seems to me he's been involved in about every crash today. Right here, Eric Burton gets turned. Johnny Gardner, Marshall Rich, they all go along with it. And those guys have found crashes. And I think they've been involved in every crash today, really. Tim Walsh, though, he sits comfortably up front with 10 laps to go. Let's get to the restart. Alrighty then, the restart is going to take place here on lap 45 of 50. 5 lap dash for the cash. And it's Tim Walsh, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lap cars. And then it's second place Connor White. So Tim Walsh, I think, has this race in the bag unless he makes a mistake. So here we go. Green flag. Back underway. Tim Walsh leads. Barney Ward, lap car. Dean Cloud, lap car. John Dillon, lap car. Barden, lap car. They're all lapped down. And caution is already out again. Just like that, caution is back out. Race back to the line. This could be the race. I don't know who was involved in this crash. Whoever it was. Well, it might have been Eric Gatos. I don't see him up here. Oh, there he is. Looks like he's drop kicked back to 11th now. And looks like Brian James has worked his way back up to 2nd. Looks like he was able to get by Connor White, who's running 2nd. Now Racer DSM also able to get by Connor White. So Connor White's back to 4th now. Joe Cole up to 5th, despite the damage there on that machine. Alright, let's take a look at what brought us out under caution, yet again, here at Martinsville. Alright, here's the reason for the caution. P2 London, running 12th, was having a solid day when this happened. He makes contact with our points leader. Oh, looks like the points leader got in the wall, then P2 had nowhere to go but right into him, and he spun around. And that's why the caution came out. They didn't even get to cross the line to get the restart before they crashed. That's the type of day it's been here in Martinsville. Let's get to the finish of this one. Tim Walsh has it basically in the bag. Something drastically wrong has to happen in order to Tim Walsh not to win this race. Let's get to the restart. Folks, looks like we're going to end this one under caution. And I don't think it would have mattered anyways, because Tim Walsh had this one basically in the bag already. And he's going to get the checkered flag here at Martinsville and going to win it. There it is right there. The Budweiser Chevy crosses the line. In first, 2nd place, looks like it's going to go to Brian James. Racer DSM. Connor White, there it is. Joe Cole going to get the top 5. Charles Jackson. I don't know, I think Marshall Rich is a lap down. John Stewart, there he is. Nice solid day for John. Eric Burton. Dax. James Qualls. That's big for him. James Qualls finishes ahead of this man right here. Let's see if he gets here in time. There it is. Eric Gatos, points leader. James Qualls finishes ahead of him. That's huge because now he's gonna, he's gonna come out of here maybe with the points lead, if not close to the points lead. Eric Gatos still finished inside the top 10. Hey, where'd the 21 finish? Oh, looks like the 21 actually finished 26th. Wow, I thought he finished inside the top 10. Apparently something happened to James Qualls, and he is finishing outside the top 20, or being scored outside the top 20. Wow, that sucks. I'll get back to that and see what happened. Ignore all of this. That says 1 lap down. That always happens at Martinsville when it ends under caution, because the pace car is, going around the racetrack and eventually laps everybody. So ignore that. Brian James 2nd, Racer DSM, Connor White, Joe Cole, Charles Jackson, John Stewart, Eric Burton, Dax, and Eric Gatos picking up the top 10, continuing his solid run. And I believe he might still have the points lead coming out of this one. Daniel Culp, Connor Breton, Aaron Williams, Sean Henley, Trey Campbell, Mom and Elias, Dylan Petit, Wes Riddle, Peachy London, Barney. I'll get back to you on James Qualls. He finished 26th. I don't know about that. I'll have to go back and look at and maybe see what happened to him. And you see the guys who were out of the race. Logan Ryan finishes 33rd despite leading almost half the race. Race 32 in the books, folks. Tim Fickle there, retired out of the race. Samuel Mills gets another DNF. That's what's killed him this season, the DNFs. Alright, let's get to celebrating now with Tim Walsh, the winner of the race, and I'll go investigate what happened to James Qualls, as it looked like he was going to have a solid day, but at the end, apparently it all went wrong. Here comes Tim Walsh, about to celebrate his victory here today at Martinsville, as he starts his burnouts on the front straightaway here. Yeah, well, that's pretty impressive. That doesn't even look like donuts. They're more like cyclones. He's just going around and around and around. I'd like to give an update on James Qualls. We're hearing he got black flagged and never respond to the black flag. Therefore, he was put last car on the lead lap, which was 26 apparently. So a very, very tough break there for that team. And they got robbed out of a top 10, I believe. Laggy McLag here. Frickin' lag. Okay, looks like this burnout's starting to lag a little bit. So let's just switch to a different angle here. Nope, there he is. So like I was saying, apparently he got black flagged, and I think he got robbed out of a top 10 and out of a good finish, as the game continues to lag here pretty bad. Tim drives into that corner. I wish it would quit lagging here. And it looks like Tim's just going to continue to do some donuts. Don't mind him. Yeah, like I was saying, just he got robbed out of a top 10, and it's going to cost him a lot of championship points here, and crucial championship points, especially, you know, you only got race 7, 8, 9, and 10 left. You got 4 races to go, and you just got robbed out of crucial points there, and you see it. I know it looks kind of funny, just Tim looks like it's lagging really bad. My frame rates have really taken a hit lately. It looks like Tim's just gonna stop right there. And I think it's time we stop the action here, Martinsville. Look at that, he's created like an S shape on the front straightaway because of his burnout. So there you have it. Tim Walsh, the winner at Martinsville. Join us for race number 33 of the season and chase race number 7. We are going to let's see, race 34 or 33, Talladega. The Yamp Energy Juice 500. Oh boy, restrictor plate racing, Talladega, here we come.